Check out the aggressive grille and these stunning black wheels. The wide-body kit gives it such a powerful stance. The finish is absolutely flawless.
Today we are looking at something that is frankly confusing, slightly terrifying, and undeniably cool. You are looking at a design study for what we are calling the Volvo XC90 Ultimate Edition. And I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room. When you think of Volvo, what comes to mind? Safety? Sensibility? A dentist? Driving to the clinic? Maybe a soccer? Mom dropping the kids off at school? Volvo has spent the last 50 years building a reputation based on being the adult in the room. They don't do aggression. They don't do mean. They do Scandinavian minimalism and safety. Cages. But this concept, this takes that reputation, lights it on fire, and throws it off a cliff. This is what happens when the safest car company in the world decides to stop being polite. Let's start with the front end because the transformation here is drastic. The standard XC90 is a handsome, elegant car. It's understated. This Ultimate Edition is anything but. Look at that. Grille. It retains the vertical slats and the classic diagonal Volvo sash, but the scale has been dialed up to 11. It's massive. It's upright. It has a brutalist architectural quality to it that reminds me less of a car and more of a bank vault. The headlights have evolved too. We still have the Thor's hammer-lead signature, which is Volvo's trademark, but they are thinner here. They look like they are squinting. It gives the face a predatory look. And then you drop down to that lower bumper. The air intakes are huge. They are aggressive. They are lined with this sharp angular bodywork that creates a chin, which juts out. It completely ruins the approach angle. You aren't taking this off-road, but it creates a stance that says move out of my way in a way a Volvo never has before. Now, moving to the side profile and the paint. This Nardo Grey or cement gray is a very specific choice. It's a color usually reserved for Audi RS models or modified BMWs. Putting it on a Volvo changes the entire context of the car. It stops looking like a luxury family hauler and starts looking like urban camouflage. It looks like a tank. The wide-body kit is integrated really well. Usually wide-body kits look bolted on, but here the fenders flare out smoothly from the body lines. It adds about 3 or 4 in of width to the vehicle, and that width is necessary to house those wheels. Those look to be 23 or maybe even 24 in forged wheels with an intricate spiderweb spoke design. Again, terrible for ride comfort, terrible for potholes, but visually it grounds the car. It creates a heavy planted look that makes the standard XC90 look a bit top-heavy by comparison. Let's talk about the rear because this is where the biggest departure from tradition happens. If you know Volvos, you know the taillights usually run vertically up the D-pillar alongside the rear window. It's a signature look. This design study abandons that. Instead, we get a full-width horizontal LED light bar that wraps around the tailgate. It connects the two sides and emphasizes the width of the vehicle. It looks incredibly modern, almost cyberpunk. And then look at the bottom exhaust tips. Quad, rectangular exhaust tips integrated into a very aggressive rear diffuser. This is interesting because Volvo has publicly committed to going fully electric. They are trying to phase out combustion, but this design study clearly imagines a world where that didn't happen. A world where Volvo decided to build a final high-performance V8 or a high-output hybrid monster to compete with the BMW X5M or the Mercedes G-Wagon. This brings us to the core question: who is this for? The standard Volvo buyer wants anonymity. They want quiet luxury. This car shouts. This is for the person who loves the safety and the build quality of a Volvo but hates the soft image. It's for the architect who wants to look intimidating pulling up to a job site. It's for the family man who secretly wishes he bought a muscle car. There is something very appealing about the safe but scary aesthetic. It creates a cognitive dissonance. You look at it and you know it has 5-star crash ratings. You know it has the best autonomous driving tech. And you know the seats are orthopedically designed, but on the Outside, it looks like it belongs to a Bond villain. Is it realistic? Probably not. Volvo is moving toward the X90, which is smooth, aerodynamic, and electric. This Ultimate Edition is blocky, resistant to the wind, and clearly aggressive. It represents a timeline we didn't get, a timeline where Volvo decided to fight the Germans on their own turf, aggression, and power. But honestly, looking at the current market, looking at how well the new Land Rover Defender is selling, or the G-Wagon, I think Volvo is leaving money on the table. People like boxy, people like aggressive, and this render proves that the XC90 platform, which is getting a bit old now, still has a lot of life left in it if you just change the attitude. So the verdict, is this a ruined Volvo? Is it trying too hard to be something it's not? Or is this the update the XC90 actually needed to stay relevant? Personally, I think it looks incredible. It's the first Volvo I've seen that actually looks mean. And sometimes you don't want to be the nice guy. Sometimes you want to be the one in the Nardo Grey tank. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you drive a wide-body Volvo, or is this sacrilege? Thanks for watching.